Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Bedomy and I would like to discuss with you the current and future state of a certain game mod. As the video thumbnail suggests, I am talking about Halo Online, a PC-exclusive free-to-play multiplayer shooter developed by Saber Interactive and shut down by Microsoft. It was initially intended to be released exclusively in Russia, but after the project got shut down, the game's assets were picked up and improved by a group of modders who re-released the game under the name Eldewrito. Apart from removing region restrictions, Eldewrito also offers mod support, character customization, restored content, and bug fixes the original game had. The mod team really went above and beyond in their efforts to create a game that could put a AAA studio to shame. I mean, just look at how fluid and responsive the controls are. Which could be better demonstrated if I had a camera on hand. Anyway, take a look at the graphical quality and texture details in the game itself. And before you start correcting me in the comments, yes, I know this was actually developed and abandoned by Microsoft. Eldewrito is just optimizing it for public use. And yes, I am aware that this looks like flaming garbage on YouTube. What I meant to say is that it takes a lot of time and effort to optimize a console game for a PC. If you do a bad job, you'll get Arkham Knight. If you do a good job, you'll get Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain. I noticed it. You noticed it. Microsoft noticed it. It's not happening! The team only got contacted by Microsoft and asked to stop distributing their mod. This is mostly done under the excuse that Eldewrito is using assets that Microsoft won't declare abandonware, even though they already abandoned the whole game itself. For those of you unfamiliar with the term, abandonware is a software product, or a product in general, which lost all support from its owners and is kept alive by the community itself. While the owners still maintain the copyrights over the said product, they typically don't keep track about the product's distribution and copyright violations. But in this particular case, we're talking about the brand, and this is where our problem lies. Halo is one, if not the main selling point of Microsoft's Xbox platform, and the risk Eldewrito represents to them is considerable. Why would people waste money on a console and a game when they can get a perfectly functional equivalent for free on another platform? And this is what's bothering Microsoft. Not only are they losing financially, but their brand could take a massive hit if they acknowledge the game and something goes wrong. Just look at Halo 5 Guardians and its microtransactions-filled multiplayer. But I'm getting sidetracked. The good news is that no legal action has been taken to stop the game from running or being played as of yet. The servers are still active as of May 4th, 2018, the day I am recording this video, and you can join me and other players on them. If nothing else, you can come and kill me for making terrible videos. I am saying this because some members of the Halo Online community are spreading the rumor that the game has been shut down as a form of a joke or out of ignorance. At the present, only Twitch streamers and YouTube channels that feature Halo Online content have received DMCA claims and takedown notices. This indicates that Microsoft is trying to minimize the game's exposure to the public, but it isn't telling us what will happen to the game itself. But, as the member of the community, I understand and share everyone's concerns. And I am somewhat grateful that the community is taking the time to spread those rumors around. Trust me, there is nothing more disappointing than downloading a dead game. The best example of that would be Battlefield 2 Revival. When I found out that one of my favorite games can still be played on fan-made servers, I immediately started reinstalling and downloading everything necessary to play it. I locked my family in the basement, told my employer I was dead, and cut almost any contact with the outside world. Basically, I was the perfect victim for any mask-wearing psycho. And when I finally started the game, I discovered that the whole thing was shut down months ago. Thanks a lot, EA. But, scaring away potential players will probably backfire on us in the long run. If Microsoft and 343 Industries see how big of a community has been generated by the game now, they might consider creating or porting more Halo games for the PC in the future. But that idea seems like wishful thinking if we calculate in the lackluster reception Halo 1 and 2 received on the PC. I do not wish to bore you with a history lesson, so I'll try to keep this story brief. As you all probably know, Halo was initially supposed to be released on Mac. But due to Apple's lacking 3D acceleration support, which started in the late 90s, they started releasing games for Windows as well. Unfortunately for Apple, the year 2000 came and Microsoft purchased Bungie. With Bungie under their belt, and their newest game used as the launch title for the Xbox game console, Microsoft struck gold. Halo's revolutionary control scheme on consoles and its ability to play multiplayer games via local area network quickly made it a phenomenon among console gamers. This might not seem like a big deal to you now, but at the time, multiplayer games were considered a realm of PC games. In 2003, 2 years after its initial release, Halo Combat Evolved was finally ported to the PC by Gearbox Studios, who, for those interested, released a free expansion called Halo Combat Edition. Combat Edition gave players all of Bungie's development tools to use as they saw fit. Basically, it was the earliest version of the Forge we all know today. Unfortunately for Microsoft, Combat Evolved didn't turn many heads when it showed up on Windows. And the fact that it had to compete with then newly released Call of Duty, Unreal Tournament, and to a certain degree Jedi Academy did not help. As you can see, the competition was tough, so the next game had to make a killing in order to justify its life on the PC. And that's when Microsoft decided to shoot the whole franchise in the foot. Halo 2 came out in 2004, the same year as Half-Life 2, and its debut on the PC came out in 2007, the same year as Crysis. And in a manner similar to Halo Combat Evolved, Microsoft tried to use Halo 2 to promote its new operating system, Windows Vista. That's not even the tip of the iceberg. Not only did Crysis look better by comparison, it ran smoothly on every operating system present at the time. To make matters worse, Microsoft also tried to promote its new gaming and digital media service, Games for Windows Live. Nobody wanted to waste money on a new operating system, and much less on a game that looked like it came from a museum. And the less I say about the service in question, the safer the pedestrians in San Andreas are. So, in conclusion, Microsoft tried to port Halo to the PC and failed miserably, so they decided to concentrate all their development and marketing efforts on the console market. There, they could dictate the prices and clobber the crowd by dangling carrots in front of their eyes. Now that they have a multi-million franchise, the risk Eldewrito is presenting them is not only a financial one, but also a risk of losing control over the crowd. I won't start a political discussion here because I consider most of you intelligent enough to make your own conclusions. That, and I can't think of a good segue to finish off this video. If you've still got a minute to spare, I would like to tell you what I think about the game itself, and then I think we can finish off this video in general. I found this game on 19th of April in 2018, and I only regret that I didn't find it sooner. The gameplay is addictive, the possibilities for custom game modes and machinima artists are numerous, and I won't stop playing this until the very end. Until that end comes, my name has been Bedomy, thank you for watching, and good night.